Hi there, and thank you for joining on this Wind Down Wednesday. Today, we are going to talk about emotions and business development and why they don't mix. All right, talk time. Cheers to Wind Down Wednesday, by the way. So, I just felt it was pressing for us to talk about this because this shows up all the time, whether you know it or not. So, as an attorney, we have already established that you are a business owner, right? I like to say before we even start talking about business development and emotions not mixing, let's take it a step back and understand that business and emotions don't mix, right? So I think if we start there, we're starting at a pretty good point, right? Good starting point. So, considering that we're starting there, and we understand and establish that your law practice is a business, we now know that business does not mesh or go very well in the same cup as emotions, right? And business development added to that or separate to that doesn't add much flavor or anything good either, right? So in knowing that, I think it is important for us to put a mark in the sand to say that we have discussed this because this keeps coming up. Many attorneys get into owning their own law practice, not realizing and understanding that they own a business, right? Which means that you're going to hear a lot of no's to things that you try to go after, new clients, new business, new whatever. You're going to hear the word no a lot, like a lot, right? And if you are an emotional attorney and you're going to take those no's personal, you're going to make things a lot harder for yourself than they need to be. And that is because in business, while some people might tell you no and it's a hard no forever, for some it might mean no, but not no forever. It might just be no, just not right now, right? And I'm not saying that no is not firm and definite for some people who have said no to you and will say no to you. But I'm saying to you that while you might get a no, that doesn't mean that that's the end. And it doesn't mean that it's forever. It might just mean not right now, right? And if you can get your head there, you will get out of your feelings and you get out of your emotions when you're pitching for new business or trying to attract clients or offering your services and they get turned down, no matter what practice area you're in, right? Understanding that you're not supposed to be emotional about these things or have your emotions attached will allow you to recover faster from the not nows as opposed to hard no's, or even if they are no's, definite no's. But detaching the emotional piece from it allows you to propel forward. It allows you to open your arms to new things or other things, or and even to see those opportunities as an opportunity for you to get in front of someone, to contribute to the equity of your brand, to introduce yourself, to put yourself on the map. Because just because that individual has said no to you, you don't know the reason why, the true reason why, no matter what they tell you, right? It could be a complete lie of what they're telling you or what they're telling you. It could be that they're embarrassed to tell you the reason why, right? Most times, people who can't afford your services will say no for some other reason when the real true reason is because at that time they can't afford to hire you or have you in their corner or instructing them, as their lawyer, right? I can tell you from experience that many times when I didn't have the confidence to tell somebody no and the reason why the answer is no in that moment, I would sometimes find other reasons why I'm saying no instead of saying, hey, the reason is no because of X. And it isn't that I'm telling you no definitely. It's like I'm basically telling you no, not now. So one of the things that I have instilled in perhaps the way that I do things is not just telling people no, but being honest and saying, if perhaps it's a not now moment, or if it's a hard no, I'm still honest about what the reason is, even if it's going to hurt the feelings of the person receiving it. And the reason why I do that is because I would prefer for somebody to be really honest with me, than tell me, some backstory or some lie for why they're telling me no. Now, not everyone's going to take that approach, and I know that, right? And I'm trying to get my clients to understand that not everybody is going to be honest with you, and not everybody's going to tell you why they're saying no, and they're not going to tell you that, hey, I'm telling you not now, but just right now, not forever. So to combat that and to deal with that so that you can press forward, as an attorney running a law practice, running a business, you need to separate your emotions and not get your emotions involved, because that is where imposter syndrome will set in, and you won't be able to push forward because you'll be stuck in that no or those no's that you got, right? So you have to separate emotions. They just don't go very well with business at all, and worse for business development, because if you're going to stop and just crumble at a no, then you're not going to push forward to what could be your next big client, your next big matter, your next big case. So if you remove the emotions from your business development efforts, and yes, from your business, it stops you from being crippled, and it stops you from being, basically roadkill because somebody told you no, right? You have to understand and accept that there are going to be lots of no's in business, but it doesn't mean that there are not many other people out there who are going to want to have your services or instruct you as an attorney. I'll tell you one tidbit that will actually give you a little, pep in your step to help you understand and accept and appreciate people who tell you no. If somebody tells you no, that's actually a good thing. And I'd say it's a good thing because it makes you pause, think, and reassess in that moment if you are really bringing quality and value in what it is that your offer is, whatever it is that you're offering as an attorney. Are you bringing value? Are you positioning yourself to be of value? Do you look like a law firm, a proper law firm? Do you look professional when you show up? What does your website look like? What does your material look like? Are there grammatical errors in it? Are all the branding the same? Does it match? Are you going after quality leads as opposed to just quantity, a whole bunch of leads, right? So when you hear those no's, yes, it's horrible to hear a no. And sometimes you have to, take the blow. I get it. But in that no, take that as a moment to pause and reflect, and take a moment to really look at your stuff to determine whether or not you're doing the right thing. How are you showing up? Do you even look like a professional attorney, a good and reputable one that someone would want to hire, or do you look like somebody who's just kind of throwing a bunch of things together and said, hey, I'm a trust attorney? So here I am on this Wind Down Wednesday, giving you a moment of pause to, one, think about the way you're showing up, and two, removing emotions from business, and specifically from business development. Thank you for joining on this Wind Down Wednesday. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. Bye.